Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Cole. This is Lost Emerald, where we talk about all things tabletop role playing games. That includes storytelling, world building, and some GM tips and tricks. We do focus on the Pathfinder 2nd Edition system, and that's just because it's the edition that I'm most familiar with. I wanted to start a new series of videos today that I am calling A Beginner's Guide to Pathfinder 2nd Edition. This is the first video in that series, and today we're going to just simply introduce you to Pathfinder. Whether you're a seasoned tabletop gamer who's looking to switch editions, or picking up a role-playing game for the very first time, this guide is going to be crafted to help you understand what Pathfinder 2nd Edition is, and what makes it my favorite game system to play. Before I get into Pathfinder 2nd Edition, let's just take a moment to understand what a tabletop role-playing game is. Imagine that you're sitting down at a table with your friends, and each of you is playing a character that you created in a fantasy setting. Together, you solve puzzles, battle creatures, and explore new worlds, all through storytelling and rolling dice to determine the outcome of your actions. It's like being a part of a collaborative and interactive tale where you are controlling the characters. In a tabletop role-playing game, you don't just watch the story unfold, you actively shape it through your decisions and actions. The game combines storytelling, strategy, and chance elements, making each session unique and unpredictable. The heart of these games is really just telling a story with all of your friends at the table. Almost all tabletop role-playing games have two key roles. There's the players and a game master, or often called a GM. Each player controls one character, making choices for their actions and interactions within the game world. The game master serves as a guide, depicting the world, managing non-player characters, and enforcing the rules. The dynamic between the players and the GM creates a pretty lively exchange. The players navigate the challenges posed by the GM, and the GM adapts the story in response to the player's actions. It's that interactive storytelling that makes tabletop role-playing games uniquely engaging and endlessly variable. Now that you understand tabletop role-playing games, let's talk about the one that you probably came here to learn about, Pathfinder. Developed by a company called Paizo, Pathfinder's first edition was a fantasy role-playing game that first emerged as a spiritual successor to Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 edition. It evolved from those rules to create a system that enhanced character customization and tactical gameplay. Pathfinder 2nd edition released in 2019, and it just builds on that foundation with more streamlined rules and a 3-action economy, and makes the game more accessible than its first edition predecessor. It's not just a continuation, but more of a refinement that enriched the gameplay while still staying true to its 3.5 roots. If you're new to Pathfinder or you're returning from a long break, I think it's important to note that the game has undergone a few changes due to licensing shifts with Wizards of the Coast, the creators of Dungeons & Dragons. There are some great videos that already describe that licensing fiasco, and I'm not going to get into the details here. You can find those videos on YouTube. They also took this as an opportunity for further refinement, improving gameplay, and the experience for some new and old players. There really hasn't been a better time to pick up the game. Pathfinder's always had deep character customization. I kind of feel like it's the cornerstone of the game system. At the heart of your character's identity are ancestries and classes. Ancestries provide the biological traits for your character, so like being an elf, human, or dwarf, while classes like fighter, wizard, or rogue define your role in the adventure. Each class offers unique abilities and traits, and your choice of skills and feats further customize how your character interacts with the world and how they deal with the challenges that are laid before them. But Pathfinder is more than just battles and quests. The game is structured around 3 modes of play: encounter, exploration, and downtime. Encounter mode is where combat happens. It's fast-paced and strategic. Exploration mode covers everything from navigating dangerous ruins to mingling with nobles. Downtime is usually a break between different adventures. It's your chance to craft items, learn new skills, build relationships, and work on your character's long-term goals. Another feature in Pathfinder 2nd Edition is the 3-action economy system. It's a flexible approach to action economy and encounters. Each turn, your character has 3 actions. They can spend these actions on moving, attacking, casting spells, or other activities. I think that this system allows for dynamic tactical decisions during encounters, gives you different ways to combine actions to outsmart your enemies. But don't worry, I'll cover this system much more in depth in a future video in the series. So why would you choose to play Pathfinder 2nd Edition over another tabletop role-playing game like Dungeons & Dragons? For me, there were 2 reasons. 1, Pathfinder has a rich character customization, and 2, the price of entry is very minimal. Pathfinder offers many options allowing players to fine-tune their characters. Pretty much whatever you imagine for what you want out of your adventurer, it's probably in the game. Whether you're choosing your ancestry, class, or skills, each decision shapes your character according to your imagination. It creates a highly personalized role-playing experience that matches pretty much whatever you can envision. When it comes to cost, Pathfinder makes it easy to get started without paying a hefty investment. In fact, I could argue that you really don't need to buy anything to get started. Many of the game's resources, including rules, guidelines, and character sheets, are all accessible online for free. Compare that to Dungeons & Dragons, and you're gonna save a lot of cash. So deep character customization and affordability really make Pathfinder a compelling choice for new players or those who are looking to switch editions. Now that I've covered all that, the last thing that I want to talk to you about today is what you'll need to actually start playing the game. Some common tabletop role-playing game materials like battle maps, dice, and miniatures can be used across many tabletop games. I do want to keep the focus on Pathfinder, so I only briefly want to mention those, and they're not required to play Pathfinder. It's just a few things that you can pick up at your local game shop. But, as I mentioned, you do not need to buy anything to play Pathfinder. You can use a website called Archives of Nethys that provides all of the core content online at no cost. Here you can find all of the rules, character options, spell descriptions, and pretty much everything that you could be looking for the game. Another invaluable tool is Pathbuilder, which can be accessed through a free app on Android devices or your web browser. It's designed to create and manage your Pathfinder characters. It's user-friendly and it takes you through every single step of the character creation process. However, I do want to mention that there are a few features in Pathbuilder that are locked behind a one-time purchase, like a pet companion character sheet and popular alternate game rules like the free archetype system. While these digital tools provide plenty of access to the game, you might also consider getting GM core and player core books. These are not necessary, but they can be helpful references, and they have incredible artwork if you prefer physical copies or enjoy collecting RPG books like me. That wraps up our introduction to Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Again, I just want to reiterate, this is just an introduction. I'm going to go into a lot more depth in future videos about all of the core features that the system has to offer. I really just want to showcase what a great option this is for newcomers and seasoned players. The adventures that you can create in Pathfinder are about as limitless as your imagination. Exploring ancient caverns, battling dragons, unraveling political intrigue, pretty much whatever you're imagining, Pathfinder gives you a world of possibilities. In our next video, I'm going to go into depth on the character creation, and I'll guide you through crafting your very first Pathfinder character. I'll review every step of the character creation process and hopefully help you bring your character concept to life. If you enjoyed today's video or found it helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications so that you don't miss any future videos in the series. I'm sure that I missed some stuff in this, so if you still have questions, please leave a comment in the video and I will reply and try to get that question answered for you. It means a lot to me that you took the time to watch this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to keep making videos, so please let me know if you like this series or if there's something in the future that you'd like to see. I'd be happy to make a video on that. So until next time, just keep creating stories, and thanks again, everyone.